In a match that could very easily be the Copa America final or maybe even a World Cup final, it's Uruguay and Brazil playing in the Copa America quarterfinals on Saturday, July 6th at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. It's first in Group C, Uruguay, playing second in Group D, Brazil, La Celeste 14th versus Seleção, the fourth-ranked nation in the FIFA rankings. Let's get into it. Be sure to give the video a like if you enjoy these Copa America predictions. And subscribe to the channel to get some more. We have almost 2,500 subscribers. Let's keep it going. There's lots of Euros, Copas, MLS, and more soccer action all summer long. For Uruguay, they won 3-1 against Panama in match day 1. It was a 5-0 rout of Bolivia. Match day 2 could have been more easily. And they had a 1-0 win against USA on match day 3. Now, versus USA, it was a wild game where Uruguay didn't necessarily need to win. USA did need to win or at least draw. They needed help from Panama, and Uruguay head coach Marcelo Bielsa had to watch from the sky being suspended in this game. And I say that half jokingly because we all watched this game kind of from the sky with Commonwealth's weird bird's eye view angle. It was at least a different angle to watch from, and you could certainly see some tactics and build-up play, but an unexpected telecast there. Now, there were fouls. There were lots of them. There was 12 each. There was a Uruguay goal, the only goal in the 66th minute from Matias Oliveira that looked offside, but oddly wasn't called offside. There were words between Christian Pulisic and referee Kevin Ortega, and Ortega refusing to shake Pulisic's hand at the end of the game. There were some questionable calls, not that much stoppage time added, and all of this from a ref that has a checkered past of accepting jerseys from Boca Junior before their game and awarding them a winning PK in his past. Now, none of that matters here. It's just when we're betting this game, but it's just to say that USA-Uruguay game was pretty wild. It had plenty of implications for all the teams involved. Now, offside or not, that Uruguay goal, Uruguay were still the better team. USA still would not have advanced, even if they got a draw, since Panama did get the win. Uruguay, coming to this game, they're out Maximiliano Araujo, who was stretchered off versus USA. It's unlikely we'll see him here. For Brazil, they had a 0-0 draw unexpectedly with Costa Rica on match day 1, a 4-0 win over Paraguay, 4-1 win over Paraguay match day 2, and they drew with Colombia 1-1 on match day 3 that saw them finish second in the group, unexpectedly behind Colombia. Now, versus Colombia, Brazil got on the score sheet early with Rafinha scoring, but Colombia would equal in first half stoppage time with Daniel Muñoz. Brazil held the possession edge just slightly, 51%. Shots, 13-7 Colombia. Corners, 6-3 Colombia, and corners, 6-5 Colombia. Now, Brazil will have a big loss here. They're missing Vinicius Junior, who's been suspended with too many yellow cards. Head-to-head between these teams, Brazil may be 9-3-1. That's just one loss recently against Uruguay, going back over the last 20 years or so. However, that one loss was the last meeting between these teams back in October in World Cup qualifying that was won 2-0 by Uruguay in that game. Now, in that game, Brazil might have dominated the possession with 62%, but Uruguay let in shots 5-2, shots on target 2-0, and they scored on both of those goals. The corners were equal 2-2. Nunez and De La Cruz scored in the 42nd and 77th minutes to get that win. For Uruguay, they've now won 4 straight. They've outscored their opponents 13-1 in that span. They've looked incredible in this tournament, and they only have 2 losses in 18 and just 4 losses in their last 29. They've only failed to score 5 times in their last 29 as well. They've also kept clean sheets in 4 of 5 and 7 of 10. For Brazil, they're now undefeated in 7. They're 3-4-0. And they've not lost under their current manager, Dorival Jr. They've scored in 6 of 7, but they've also conceded in 5 of 7. So when it comes to bets between Uruguay and Brazil, the odds would say Uruguay are underdogs, plus 180, the draw plus 225, Brazil plus 160 to simply advance through any means, regulation or PKs. There is no extra time until the championship game. Uruguay advance plus 100, Brazil to advance minus 125. Now for me, I felt this way versus USA as well versus Uruguay, that Uruguay to win at plus 200 was just incredibly undervalued, and Uruguay was the better team and would likely win or certainly not lose that game against USA. And they did. Uruguay's looked amazing in my opinion. They've been exciting to watch. They're piling up the goals and the chances. And I think they were clearly a great value against USA. And I felt that Colombia should have been favored, or at least a coin flip against Brazil, and not an underdog against Brazil either. Brazil does not look great. Colombia is riding a massive undefeated streak. That too proved true. Colombia, they drew. Colombia didn't need the win, but Colombia did top that group. And here too, if we look at the odds, I again don't think Brazil is the better team right now against Uruguay, even though Brazil are favored in the odds, albeit just slightly, but I do not believe they deserve to be favored. Uruguay as a dog, to me, is the better bet and the better play in this game. Brazil will also obviously be missing some of their speed down the wings with Vinicius Junior missing, which doesn't help matters for them. I like the Uruguay win, possibly some unders. There's certainly, though, a potential for goals. Uruguay was second in XG. Brazil was third after the group stage. So a few different options. The best value to me, obviously, Uruguay to win at plus 180 is a great option. Uruguay to advance, plus 100. Uruguay double chance, win or draw. I might like Uruguay to win this game, but if you told me it ended drawn, I would not be surprised. So minus 200 could be a good parlay piece. Uruguay draw no bet if you want to be even a little bit safer, minus 110. First half draw, this could end drawn at halftime easily, plus 100. Or you can try and get creative if you'd like. Some books offered many same game parlay options. Uruguay to score, plus under 4, minus 120. If you added Nunez to have at least 2 shots, that could get you plus 120. And if you wanted to be even safer, you could go Uruguay to score, plus under 5 goals in the game, minus 188, plus Nunez 2 shots, minus 125. I created all of those over at Bet365 just to look at some different options to bring into play here. Nunez, to note, has shots totals of 5, 7, and 1. So certainly I see him getting 1 or 2 here in this game as well. For me, some way, somehow, I just think Uruguay is playing better and is the better team right now. So I will pick them to advance at even money. Uruguay to advance plus 100 is my best bet in the Uruguay-Brazil matchup on Saturday. What are your picks for this game or the rest of the Copas or the Euros? Share them all down there in the comments. And if you're looking for new customer bonuses at different sports books and great promotions, check out the link, signupexpert.com/shredthespread down there in the comments. And you can see some great bonus offers and great bonus bets. Lots of free money in bonus bets being given away at different sports books. Check it out, and good luck with all your bets.